think it's incredibly unfair to say that I build absolutely stupid and degenerate decks. Speaking of stupid and degenerate decks, today I'm bringing you a Mervamon Tidal Wave deck. It's fine. It's not going to be out here setting any records, but boy, oh boy, when it does the thing it wants to do, it is very silly and it is very fun. Do you need the Tidal Wave or Kaiser now to win the game? Nar. Does it make life easier? Yeah. So what are we trying to accomplish with this deck? Well, the first thing we're trying to accomplish is to get Mervamon onto the board, right? Get a board state there. And then we want to go into Jet Mervamon. The reason for this is we can't evolve into Aegis Dramon without Jet Merva. Yeah, Jet Merva, turns out Jet Merva has the black that it needs for the Digivolution requirements, and Mervamon doesn't. Plus, I've been wanting to run Jet Merva in a deck for a minute, and rather than go the conventional route, this is kind of what I came up with. So we're running a pretty standard package here, but one of the funny things we're doing is we're running the Cerberusmon, the 9-cost rush one, that says on play you could delete one of your other Cerberusmon to gain 9 memory. And wouldn't you know, we're trying to utilize that with the Tidal Wave and Kaiser now, and it works. It's funny. I didn't get to show it. I don't think I got to show it in these two matches, but when it does work, it's very silly. Because essentially you play like Kaiser now or Tidal Wave for 4 or 7, and then you gain, you know, +2 or +5 memory. Feels pretty good. We're also running Jellymon's Tamer. I forgot his name. Haven't watched Ghost Game yet. I know, shame on me. We're running that just for a little extra, not only the draw power, but obviously the extra blue source. There's another route we could have gone with this. We could have ran the Gabumon package instead. I did try that. I didn't really like it as much. And then you could run like, you know, Gabumon X and Garurumon X for the blues. You could also do the same with Were Garurumon, but that's a whole different ball of wax. That version of the deck actually runs pretty smoothly. There is a Garuru X version of Tidal Wave I'm working on. It's not as silly because you don't have as many strong on play effects, but when you're running Mervamon, it kind of doesn't matter, because if you're playing Mervamon from a source, you're getting an extra 2 bodies, and it's just silly across the board, and it's just fun, man. We're here to have fun. This is a silly fun deck. I strongly don't recommend you bring this into like a regionals or anything like that. This concept is meant specifically for casual play, or, you know, maybe you and the friends are having a night at DCGO or at your locals where you're just kind of sick of looking at purple hybrid. You're kind of sick of looking at, you know, the 1000 medieval gallant mons that are out there and all these other decks, and you're like, man, I just want something fresh, and you're looking for silly shit to build. This is something you can do. And, you know, the idea is that we're running the Devimons to give us extra blockers and quick evolution. Fun fact, on DCGO right now, Devimon is actually bricked and broken. I keep forgetting to report it, but it doesn't have blocker. It doesn't have blocker on DCGO right now. It's not in the notes online for the glitches, so I gotta report this. Because it's supposed to have blocker. So it's really goofy. We're also running the Chimeramon because it allows us to tuck extra sources and get even bigger, sillier plays. So that's part of the use there. Plus there was another reason, I can't remember. Oh yeah, before when I was running the Gabumon, X antibody Gabumon, and excuse me, Jeepers Creepers, the X antibody Garurumon, you could tuck it underneath Chimeramon to get the blue from there. But once you digivolved over it, it really didn't fucking matter. So I was like, oh yeah, might be, rip. And then I kind of moved on with my life. Speaking of which, I'm still sick. So my apologies there. I'm not feeling 100%. My voice is still going to be whack. My, you know, we're still out of it. Hopefully by the time this video comes out to you, you standard public viewers, my subscribers, that I won't be sick anymore, for real. But yeah, we've been going through it since what, November? On and off. We've been sick pretty much every other week, every week. So yeah, we're feeling the effects of that. I'm not entirely sure what was going on with this purple hybrid player. I don't know what was happening. There seemed to be a handful of misplays, and not only that, but just like, I don't know, I think they threw a couple times. So I feel bad for them. Rip. They probably had my number, but it is what it is. And the player before this, they bricked. I know for a fact they bricked because they were just sitting on that egg for a while. Feels bad. Feels really bad. So these things happen. Can't, even with a mulligan, you know, you can't always get what you want. I had some pretty fuck ass hands myself. I mean, we're looking at my egg still sitting here, and it is what it is. Usually this deck draws better, like has a good enough engine that I don't really have to worry too much. I can get chip early on and then discard a card to draw two with my Demi Mervamon and like get going a bit, but sometimes life has other plans. So this is kind of what I was talking about, you know, you use your Kaiser now to play Merva, or you use your Tidal Wave to do the same. Play out your cards, get a nice little board state. Best case scenario, you know, nothing happens to your Digimon, you got a bunch of swingers on the field. Worst case scenario, they're able to target down Mervamon or some of the others, and you got less. But we still have the Aegis-Dramon with protection, so we should, in theory, be okay. I'm not really sure what was going on. Like I said, I'm not really sure what was going on with this specific purple player. Maybe they were learning the deck or something, but you know, it is what it is. We're trying to, ultimately here, what we're trying to do is we're just trying to get a nice board state and swing in for lethal and then chip an early game when we can. This is going to be one of those decks though, you're probably going to build your stack in security, or excuse me, in raising early-ish mid-game if you have to, because there's so much on-board hate in the meta right now. You don't want to just be leaving a singular unprotected Digimon on the field. That's a very scary thing to do at this time. Anyways, GG's to the people I played against. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. See you in the next one. Yeah.